Hello everyone, welcome back to Elm Creek and Farming Simulator 22. So Giants is going to be releasing their Vermeer DLC here soon. I think it's just short of about 3 weeks away. Maybe we're on about 2.5 weeks now. And I did a little looking around just to see if there were any current Vermeer mods out there just to kind of wet our whistle a little bit for better things to come, let's say. I was able to find, well, I was able to find a few things, but unfortunately, some of them were, let's just say, not exactly quality. However, I did find a baler and a windrower that, yeah, that aren't so bad. So we have a 605M and a 605N Vermeer baler, and we've got this windrower right here. Let's take a look at them real quick in the shop before we try them out. So here is the 605M and N. As you can see, it's not too bad price, 42,227. What's nice about the baler and that windrower is they are fairly low. They have fairly low horsepower requirements. So this is only 95 horse requirement, which isn't too shabby. And here's the stock 605M, and then you can get a 605M with an extinguisher. You can go with the 605N or the N with an extinguisher, and then you have an option for this refuge tank. Now, I'm not particularly sure if this is meant to do something and it's not, or if it's just an add-on. I'm not just for looks. I'm not entirely sure. At first, I thought it might be like a silage additive, but then that didn't make a lot of sense. So I think it might just be for looks. Then we've got this windrower, the VR1224, $15,000. Whoops, 35 horsepower. Really nice low horsepower requirements. No options at all. Just standard windrower. And these are the models here, and they're not bad. I mean, it's not. We've seen the Vermeer, some sneak peeks at the Vermeer stuff that's going to be coming out from Giants, and obviously, you know, the modeling and stuff is higher quality. But if you're looking for just you know, inexpensive, low horsepower baler and windrower, maybe these will be kind of fun for you to play with on your game. Let's run over to the field here. And actually, I think this looks kind of sharp. This windrower hooked up to this Buer, it's not so bad. I mean, it actually looks pretty decent, you know? Let's take a peek at this thing. Get her unfolded. And now this is non-driven. It's not PTO driven. It's just basically, it's, I believe, a little bit more of an American design. And you just lower it, and the ground pretty much does the work for you. Now, I did notice when I was playing around with these a little bit, the animations are lacking a bit, you know, on this windrower. You can kind of see how it's not, you know, it doesn't really show, you know, bringing in the grass nicely into the windrow. But it does a trick, and it does what it's supposed to do at low horsepower, and it's not a bad. I think it's considered even a Frontier Rake styled windrower, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Now we've got our baler here hooked up to our little John Deere. And actually that looks pretty sharp as well, I think. The John Deere with that Vermeer, not so bad at all. Let's lower our pickup, fire it up, and let's get to baling. Let's see how she does. Now, one thing to note with the Vermeer baler that I have here, and you can see the belts. You can see that unlike the belts that we see on Giants models, this one doesn't have the animated the way that the DLC will. But again, just kind of maybe this is just kind of a way to maybe try out some Vermeer stuff before you jump into the DLC. Let's just finish off this bale and take a look at the discharge here. There we go. That spits that out quick. There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. So a couple things to note. One, the baler does only do 180 centimeter round bales. And the reason why that's kind of important is because if you look at wrappers, the only base game wrappers that will handle 180 bales are the two Andersons. Um, and I don't know that I'm familiar with any other wrappers that will do 180 rounds or not even modded. I'm sure they're probably out there somewhere, but just keep that in mind. So if you're going to use these Vermeer balers for silage, you are going to probably be stuck with doing the old Anderson tube style wrapping. But otherwise, for straw and for hay, I think they do a great job for you. Low horsepower requirements. They look halfway decent, and they're clean log. The baler has a few warnings, but no errors, and the warnings are just attachment warnings, so they're definitely not going to be causing your game any issues at all. And that's all I have for you today. It's kind of a short one, but I wanted to show off the Vermeer and what's available to you now. And, go out and check them out. I'll leave the link to the downloads in the description below. I appreciate you guys putting up with me once again. Take care of yourselves. God bless. And I will see you next time.